So today I want to talk with you about some estate planning strategies for high net worth individuals and families, many of whom are our clients. So what are they doing that you should know about? One thing that many high net worth families use is what's called a family office. Now, family office is an office that you might have for just yourself, and you employ people who are trying to look at the best investment strategies for you, helping you out with tax strategies, and looking at things that need to be done that you can assign to someone else. Some family offices get their kids out of trouble. Some of them manage your homes. So they vary from the jobs that you want, but many of them involve the basic things of investment strategies, tax strategies, gifting, and looking at how you're going to transmit this wealth to another generation. So if you aren't large enough to have your own, you can share one. And there are also some financial advisors who manage their practices based upon sharing of the family offices with other well-heeled individuals. So another point that often gets overlooked is sometimes we need to train the next generation of how to use and manage wealth. You'd think that this is something that's inherent, but the business owner who made all of this wealth is the one who knows how to use all of the wealth wisely. But the kids only know that their parents are well heeled and have given them many expensive gifts over time, and so the connection is a little bit softened between that generation and the issue of money. So what are the concepts that people use who are well-heeled in doing their estate planning? Well, one is the use of gifting. Sometimes they have property that is in an LLC, and they make gifts of minority interests over time. They repeat gifts over a period of years, so gradually they're shifting some of their wealth to other parties within the family. Charitable giving is another thing. Years ago, the business titans were all involved in social programs. They are the ones in Illinois, for instance, that founded Adler Planetarium because they had a passion for a particular thing and they would sponsor it. These days, many families will participate through foundations that they either create themselves, or they can also share using a public type foundation. In DuPage County, we have the DuPage Foundation, which is a community foundation and works with a whole bunch of different people who have different ideas of what they want to do to leave their wealth. After all, remember the old saying that you can give your wealth to family, you can give your wealth to IRS, or you can give your wealth to charities. So why not be a hero? So another thing that people work with is life insurance. So sometimes their biggest asset is their business. So how are we going to use life insurance to help fund the family in the event of the death of the principal? Then that also gets into business succession planning. A lot of people think that they're going to be immortal and live forever, but this is a really important thing that has to be done by the business owner. What happens if? So it could be that you die, or it could be that you're incapacitated. So what happens when that income stream that you are taking out in the way of pay is no longer there? How are you supporting your family? So this is a discussion that a lot of business owners are told they need to look at all the time, but very often they don't. And consequently, things fall apart at the other end. So it's important to look at that. Also, well-heeled people have vacation homes, ranches, other places, and those things need to be dealt with too. What happens in the event that 1,000 acres you have in Wyoming, you're no longer there to manage it? You never go there anymore. What are you going to do with that ranch and the cattle that are on there? So then planning for accidents, or incapacitation. That may involve insurance, and so that's often done. And making gifts of property with income that's attached to it, so that the income can go to the next generation at a lower tax cost. So there are a number of things that well-heeled people do in planning their estates that probably you haven't thought of. Thanks for listening.